Everyone, good morning to all of you. This is a private live session for NET and GATE students. Last 2 days I was again unwell, and there were so many messages of the students asking me questions, queries, even questioning me that why I'm not able to give audios. So sometimes it happens when you are updating the audios. I'm actually working on updations. Previous year's audio lectures are available. Sometimes I give it to you when the content is very good and I know that the change is not required. But wherever I feel that change is required, I update the audios, and that's the reason maybe I'm giving you good content. Now, today I'm going to talk about university wits. Many of you have asked me questions that are what are university wits? You get confused about university wits. See, remember there was a time of change, the artistic drama phase. Artistic drama phase around Shakespeare, when Shakespeare was there, some writers were seniors of Shakespeare. Those who were writing in 1580s, 1578, 1590s. And these writers, they actually belong to universities of Oxford and Cambridge. These people are called Oxbridge scholars. Oxford and Cambridge merged together, the name becomes Oxbridge scholars. So there are many writers. It's not that we are going to talk about seven writers, so only seven university were there. There were around 70 plus. But those who have touched the mark, those who are exceptional, those who are outstanding, when we count them, we find only seven writers. Now remember this, that these seven university wits are: the first one, Christopher Marlowe. He is included in university wit, and he is one of the first writer to be competed, who competes Shakespeare. In fact, Marlowe has his own fan followers. They believe he is better than Shakespeare. I have read Jew of Malta line by line. I have read this Faustus line by line. Faustus is my favorite work also. And somewhere I also feel that it's really hard to decide who is better. Because in Shakespeare, I loved Macbeth, I loved Othello, I loved King Lear, and no doubt, who doesn't love Romeo and Juliet? It's a beautiful story. So, Shakespeare is also at heights, and Marlowe is also at heights. Sometimes people believe that Marlowe was senior, was writing tragedy before Shakespeare. That's why it's Marlowe who is better. It is also said that Marlowe invented blank verse and gave it perfection. It was invented by Henry Howard. I'm repeating. Marlowe did not invent blank verse, but he gave it heights. It is said that he took it as a brick and left it as a marble. Marlowe's mighty line. Which is the mighty line of Marlowe? Blank verse. Repeated question of net exam. Marlowe's mighty, Mighty, mighty line said by Ben Jonson. So Christopher Marlowe is the first university wit scholar. Then we have three Thomas, three colors. Three Thomas, three colors. It's an easy trick to remember. Three Thomas: Thomas Nash, Thomas Laws, Thomas Kidd. Three colors: Robert Greene, John Lilly, and George Peele. So Lilly, Green, Peele, three colors, and three Thomas: Thomas Nash, Thomas Laws, Thomas Kidd. Total seven, because Christopher Marlowe is also there. Now, why these university wits are famous? So, first of all, remember this point, that the term university wit was coined by George Saintsbury, Saintsbury. Saintsbury coined the term. Who are these scholars? They were the educated academics. They came from universities of Oxford and Cambridge. And Oxford and Cambridge at that time introduced the courses in dramaturgy. So there were courses of dramaturgy, and these people were trained. They were given trainings to be an actor, to be a director, to be a producer. The dramaturgy course was itself so equipped with techniques that you can simply imagine. I'll make it easy. Suppose one person is writing a story and another one is trained in writing a story. Who will write a better story? The one who is trained, the one who knows everything, a person who becomes a poet, and a person who knows literary terms, literary devices, rhymes, meters, everything. Who will become a better poet? Both. But technically, the trained one knows everything. So these dramatists were the trained dramatists. They knew where to make them laugh, where to make them feel bad, how to use suspense, and that's why these dramatists became better. Now it is said that university wits paved the way for Shakespeare. They made a way. They prepared a way for Shakespeare. Shakespeare को बोलते हैं, it is said that Shakespeare was actually imitating all of them, had no knowledge of his own. He just imitated. It is said. But I think even if it's an imitation, it's a perfect imitation. A question was asked by my student, and she asked me, said, "Sir, you said that university wits are seniors better than Shakespeare. Then why Shakespeare is famous?" I'll tell you why. Seven university wits were perfect in seven different style. Thomas Kidd, perfect in revenge tragedy. Thomas Laws, talking about the political affairs. John Lilly, court romance, courtly manners, comedy. Then we have Robert Greene, art of characterization, plot construction. Then we have Thomas Nash, the picaresque element, the wild element, the the heroes wandering in the forest, these kind of elements. Then we have others, Thomas Nash, picaresque element, Thomas Kidd, revenge, Thomas Laws, political affairs, then Robert Greene, art of characterization, plot construction, John Lilly, comedy, and what do we call that word? Euphemism, the highly dignified language. Then George Peele, the first historical play written by him, Edward the First. And then Christopher Marlowe, the man who used blank verse in tragedy, the man who knew how to divide chapters in five acts and multiple scenes, the man who talks about the protagonist who challenges his fate. These people were perfect in different arts. Shakespeare imitated everyone and merged them. So Shakespeare was perfect in everything. They had their individual quality. Shakespeare copied everything and became better than those. The first writer to recognize William Shakespeare and criticize him, Robert Greene. Robert Greene wrote a pamphlet in 1592 known as Groatsworth of Wit. Groatsworth of Wit. Groats, Groatsworth, Worth, of Wit in 1592. And here he criticized Shakespeare. He said that Shakespeare is an upstart crow beautified on our feathers. So he's an upstart crow. He's just like a crow. He's trying to maintain his presence by making noise like a crow, but he's beautified with our feathers. He's not beautiful. His wings are our wings. He's copying us. He's imitating us and became better. Remember, this is the basic introduction of university wits. It will help you to understand. Now, I'll be giving you the audio lectures also where you'll be getting to the all the university wits, their famous works, what to remember, what not to remember. So it's just a basic introduction. There were so many students asking me, what is university wits? What is university wits? So I thought that it's better I speak in front of you. So watch this, make notes so that next time you don't ask me what is university wits. Thank you so much. Take care.